Well, good evening. If you've been following along on the saga of the E4406A, you would have seen the last video where we did some experiments with the micro switch that I had, and we saw that when being driven by the control signals that were in the E4406A that I have, it would introduce a DC offset. And I believe that DC offset is upsetting the bias of the mixer. Now, I didn't have a chance to try and play around with that to see if I could correct the voltages and so on, but because I was heading out to our cabin for Thanksgiving. But I did notice that there was an auction on eBay for an E4406A. And this unit here is the result of that auction. Now, I bought this unit because it has the IQ baseband board in it. And if nothing else about this unit, I can take this IQ baseband part of it and use that on my unit to add that IQ functionality while I continue to look for an update to the or a fix to the RF board. But this unit came in and it was listed as not starting or not turning on. So if we look down here, you might be able to see that the orange LED is on. So let's turn this on. And we can see that the green comes on. Now it does take a little bit for the display to start. And here we now see that the display is starting. I wonder if this was billed as not starting at all. So I wonder if this actually is a working unit. Now, this unit, as you can see over here, has been pretty hard treated. You know, it's been banged around a bit and so on. So, you know, I might end up, if this works, I might end up being able to swap a few parts around and get myself an IQ baseband based system. The drink of choice here is a little apple cider. Okay. We'll see IF gain come up here shortly, and that was where it was starting the next one here. It was failing on my unit. And look at that, the IF gain curve passes, system gain passes. If it keeps going, we should actually see it pass. Should see it pass in, not in ADC auto range, but after this attenuator steps, and we see success, an IQ common mode, an IQ offset DAC success. Well, what do you know? This seems to be a working unit. Man, sometimes you're the bat, sometimes you're the ball. This was supposed to be powers, you know, connected power does not power on. And the IQ baseband is fairly rare. But I think I might have managed to get a winning system. Let's give it a signal and see what it does. Okay, I'm just going to use my 8657B, and so we will just turn that unit on. Okay, so now let me set my frequency to 50 megahertz. Oh, there we go. Let's set a marker. Let's do a peak search. 50 megahertz minus 7 dB. This is cable's a little, you know, I'd expect that. Let's take this up to say let's take the frequency up here to 1000. megahertz. And do a search again. Again, loss in the cable. That's looking pretty damn good. Let's do some FM modulation on that. We're seeing, you know, this is averaging, so we're seeing that bounce around. That's pretty much what I would expect to see. Let's turn that FM modulation off. That's outstanding. Well, there you go. I think this gives us a basis to compare RF boards and see what's going on there. Let me hook up that other signal generator, the E4406B that I just worked on, and we'll see how that goes. All right, well, I took a quick look at the documentation, and it doesn't appear that I can get the demodulated IQ information on the screen here. This is probably more an issue with me than it is an issue with the equipment. So I'm going to have to go away and look into it. What I can do though is both of these items will plug into the network. I think they will. I think this has got a network thing. I know this guy does. And that will give me capability to run the control software. So we'll see how that goes. All right, well, I'm pretty happy that this guy came in and seems to work. So I think in the next video, what we'll do is we'll maybe crack open the RF board and see if those voltages on the control signals are the same. Anyway, hope you found this interesting. If you did, give it a quick thumbs up, and I will catch you again later.